Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you something really cool I built using Power Automate. Have you ever had this problem where emails keep coming in and you need to distribute them fairly among your team? Like you don't want one person drowning in work while another one just chilling, right? Well, that's exactly what I solved using with a round robin assignment system. And the best part is it's completely automated and it will be developed using the Power Automate and everything will be tracked. So let me show you how it works. So here's the scenario. We have a team. Let's say we have three people, so initially we have this 3 person and the order is coming through our emails and we need to distribute them evenly. So it's not just about assigning them randomly. We need to make sure everyone gets an equal number of tasks and we need to track who's currently working on what and know how many tasks each person has completed and make sure nobody gets overloaded, right? So let's get deep into our workflow. So the first trigger is when a new mail arrives. So here we have added a filter which is order. We can add multiple filters like purchase orders, work loading, or even the word loader itself. And for simplicity, I just have added the word order. And based on this, we are filtering only the mails that have the word order, and we are also checking if these are having the attachments, and we are getting the folder which is our main inbox. Then we are getting the list from our assignment queue that we already have in our list. So here we are getting the assignment order using the ascending orders so that we get them using the orders that we have assigned them. Like here we can see the person uh, and their corresponding orders are like 1, 2, 3. Then we are composing and getting the first element from what we are trying to fetch from our site, and then we are initializing a current variable counter. And for the variable current counter, it keeps the track of whose turn it is. So is it person 1, 2, or 3? It will give us that number. And then for the next position, this is where our main round robin logic actually comes to start. Here we have the input as uh, we are trying to get the variable current counter, and we are trying to mod this using 3. So this will give us, is it 1, is it 2, or is it 3? So if the counter is 1, we get the position 1 as we are adding 1 to it. And then if it is 2, we get the position 2, and if it is 3, then we get 3. And when it is 1, we again, oh, and when it is 1, that means it will again loop back to the first person, and that's how we get the next position. And now we know the next position, but we need to find the right person, like who the actual person is, and we need to assign that person. And for that we are filtering. So here from we're getting the output value from our get items, and in the filter query we are searching for assignment order if it is equal to the output of our next position. That means, so if the next position said 2, then it will find the person corresponding to the 2 order or the number it has been assigned. So for example, here the number 2 is assigned to Ashwarya, so she will be get assigned here. So now we get the assigned person. So we get the body of the filter to get the person to assign. So this one is the part we are filtering, and here we find the person who is being assigned. And then we update our item, and here we are updating our assignment queue, which is the current list we are using for getting the persons. And here we are adding the time. So the time last assigned will add the date and time which the person has been assigned, and if she or he has been assigned, then the for this part will be yes, and the current counter now will be added 1 to it. So if it is 1, then the current counter will be incremented to 2. Now we are adding a condition which is applied to each. So what we are trying to apply to each, we are applying each to the output of our get items. So let's see what is inside this. We have added a condition, and in this condition we are trying to see if this ID is not equal to the ID that we get from our assigned person. So what it is doing, so we're checking like if they're available, then we are assigning them. So we're actually watching if this ID is actually equal to the assigned person. So if it is true, that means no, he or she is not assigned. So we are adding this in our list, and the current counter variable will be added 1 for the increment. And next we get the assigned email, so that is from the assigned person's body or outputs that we get initially here. And then we again compose what we get from the assigned email, and then we are trying to convert this body from HTML to text so that we do not get the HTML tags in our body part, and the body part is clean. And now that we have get all the information that we need, now we can actually add all of this information into a separate list called assignment tracking. And here I have added the columns like ID, from, email subject, email body, assigned to, assigned email, received date, their status, if it is if had this one have attachments or not, their progress, the thread ID and message ID for our future, which I'll be showing later. And the other parts are not very much important for now, but these are the initial parts that we need to store from what we are getting from our mailbox. So here we are storing the title as the subject, then for the from we get the from, and then the email subject is the subject that we get. Then we are saving the output of this to our email body. Then the assigned to is the title. What title? The title we get from the previous action, which is the assigned person. So it will get this title, this name, and then assigned here. And for the assigned mail, we will get this email corresponding to this title. And for the time, the received time will be the time, exact time we get our email. The status will be automatically assigned in our assignment list like this, we can see. And then for the thread ID and the message ID, these are not very much important for now, but I have added them so that we can use this for um, other purposes in future. And as we do not have any reply to this, and this is a new incoming mail, so the reply count is also 0, we don't really need to add this for now, but I just kept that for other use cases. And now we also need to get the attachment. So there can be multiple attachments. So I have added the for each loop, and inside this loop we are adding the attachment from our email and using a get attachment. So here we're storing the we're setting this parameter like the message ID will be the message ID of the mail that we got, and the attachment ID will be the ID itself of the item. And then we have a add attachment from the SharePoint list, and here the list name is our assignment tracking. So in our assignment tracking we are storing our attachments here. And then we are also getting the file name from the get attachment body name, and the file contents will also be from the get attachment body contents body slash content bytes. So this will add our the attachments that we get from our mails. So we can see in our list there will be the attachment in our list showing here. So this is the complete flow how we can do a round robin in our Power Automate, and this can be used for multiple scenarios. For example, if we say this is not just about the incoming mail orders, we can use this for customer support ticket system, or even IT help desk requests, or anything that needs a review workflow that needs some like approval or multiple stages, or anything literally you need the fair distribution among your team members. So ultimately the main core logic here is the people will be get assigned automatically, and the trigger will be triggered when automatically when a new mail arrives into the personal mailbox, or you can use a shared mailbox if you're doing it in a team. So that was all. Thank you so much.